Welcome back, dear viewers, to Whatever You Need, the place where we uncover the stories that remind us love isn't just a script, it's something lived, breathed, and felt in silence. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap join to support our growing family, and show your love by liking this video. Now settle in, because tonight's story isn't about glitz or gossip. It's about devotion, the kind that doesn't need applause to shine. In the unpredictable world of Turkish television, where emotions flicker under studio lights and chemistry often fades once the cameras stop rolling, a rare and genuine act of love recently stole the spotlight. This isn't a tale about glamorous premieres or award ceremonies, but about one night in a quiet hospital corridor, where Ozan Akbaba proved that some hearts beat louder than fame itself. It all began when Sinem Ünsal, beloved for her elegance and strength both on and off the screen, suddenly collapsed during the intense filming schedule of her new drama Unwavering. For days, she had been pushing her limits, endless takes, sleepless nights, and relentless work. The exhaustion finally caught up to her, and as the cameras stopped and panic filled the set, the actress was rushed to a private hospital in Istanbul. Doctors later confirmed what everyone feared: Sinem's body had reached its breaking point. Severe fatigue, high fever, and dehydration, the toll of perfection in an industry that never sleeps. Yet while her medical team worked to stabilize her, another story was quietly unfolding in the hospital corridors, one no script could ever capture. Witnesses say that Ozan arrived at the hospital breathless, his eyes clouded with fear. He didn't care that dozens recognized him. He didn't stop for the flashing phones or the whispers echoing down the hall. He simply kept walking, searching, desperate, holding a small bouquet of her favorite white lilies. Those who saw him described a man stripped of all celebrity, all composure, someone driven by nothing but love. One nurse recalled softly, "You could see it immediately, this wasn't an actor playing a role. This was a man terrified of losing his world." When Ozan finally found Sinem's room, he hesitated at the door. The monitors beeped softly inside. Without a word, he placed the flowers beside her bed and reached for her hand. According to a close friend who was present that night, his first words were almost a whisper. "You don't have to be strong all the time. Just breathe. I'm here." Those few words carried more weight than any declaration ever could. For hours, Ozan stayed there, motionless, silent, watching her breathe, refusing to rest until she opened her eyes again. As dawn approached, Sinem's condition stabilized. The doctors smiled, assuring Ozan that she would recover with proper rest. But for him, relief came slowly. Friends later said he looked shattered, the kind of exhaustion that comes from loving too deeply. He paced the corridor like someone guarding a sacred space, unwilling to leave her side even for a moment. When Sinem finally woke up, the first thing she saw was Ozan sitting near the window, a coffee cup in one hand, his gaze fixed on her. She smiled weakly and whispered, "Were you here all night?" His reply melted hearts across the country. "Where else would I be?" That simple exchange, raw, genuine, unscripted, was later shared by hospital staff and soon became the most viral line across Turkish social media. It wasn't part of a drama scene. It was real life, and that made it unforgettable. If this story has touched your heart so far, don't forget to like this video. It helps us tell more stories of real love and humanity. And if you believe that kindness deserves a spotlight too, make sure to subscribe to Whatever You Need, and tap the join button to support us directly. Together, we keep love alive in every story we share. Later that morning, when Ozan stepped out of the hospital, cameras and reporters surrounded him like a storm. Yet he didn't hide behind PR words or polished statements. Instead, he smiled faintly, eyes still tired but filled with calm, and said simply, "She's fine now. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters to me." Those 12 words rippled through the entertainment world. Within hours, the internet was flooded with admiration. Thousands commented under his photos and fan pages. "This is real love. He's proof that devotion still exists. Sinem is truly blessed." In an age where relationships often live and die under hashtags, Ozan's actions spoke a language older than fame, one of loyalty, tenderness, and unspoken understanding. When Sinem's family later arrived at the hospital, they too were moved by what they saw. Her sister reportedly whispered to her mother, "Now I understand why she's so deeply in love." He never left her side. Her mother, emotional and teary-eyed, embraced Ozan and thanked him for being their daughter's anchor during the storm. But Ozan's quiet devotion didn't stop there. Despite having an ongoing film project, he postponed all his professional commitments, telling his management, "Everything else can wait. She comes first." And for several days, that's exactly what he did, staying close, helping with her recovery, reading to her, even preparing meals to make her smile. Nurses at the hospital recalled how he spent nights sitting by her bed, barely sleeping, just watching her breathe peacefully. One of them said later, he didn't speak much. You could see the whole story in his eyes, love, fear, and relief all at once. When Sinem was finally discharged, the couple left the hospital hand in hand. Photographers captured that unforgettable image, Ozan holding her hand tightly under the soft morning light, both smiling, weary but full of peace. Reporters asked for a final comment before they left, and Ozan, ever the poet without trying, said, "This family is my family now." A few days later, the couple disappeared from the city. Friends said they escaped to a secluded retreat surrounded by trees and silence, a sanctuary away from cameras and chaos. They cooked together, took long walks, and healed. Ozan reportedly told friends, "Peace doesn't come from applause, it comes from being beside the one you love." Not long after, he shared a photo online, a close-up of Sinem's hand holding a cup of tea, captioned simply, "Your recovery is my greatest reward." Within hours, the post gained tens of thousands of likes. Fans filled the comments section with red hearts and supportive messages, celebrating a love story that felt rare and real. Then, for the first time since her collapse, Sinem broke her silence. She posted a simple yet powerful message. Sometimes, words aren't needed. Just someone who stands beside you, quietly, and turns fear into peace. Ozan replied beneath her post with a single red heart emoji. It was all he needed to say. And that, dear viewers, is what love looks like when the cameras stop rolling, steady, selfless, and real. In a world where fame often overshadows sincerity, Ozan and Sinem reminded us that compassion still has a heartbeat. If this story moved you as much as it moved us, please like, share, and subscribe to whatever you need for more true stories that celebrate humanity behind the headlines. Don't forget to tap the join button if you want to help us continue bringing heartfelt stories like this one to light. So tell us, what do you think of Ozan's devotion? Have you ever seen a love story this pure in the celebrity world? And which Turkish stars should we talk about next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, we read them all. Until next time, stay kind, stay inspired, and remember, whatever you need, love always finds a way.